When I was appointed the first female Chief Justice of Malaysia, someone asked me, what would you do if the executive or any other influential party demands that you decide a case in a certain way? What would you do if history were to repeat itself? You are faced with requests to appoint certain persons as judges or make decisions that you know to be wrong in law but right for the party with a vested interest. Before I answer the question, let me stress this. A judge, whether male or female, must always decide justly, fairly, and objectively. I am happy to share with you today what my answer to that long question was and still remains till today. It is this. I am here to do my job. I never coveted for it, but by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I was entrusted to lead the judiciary. It is an extremely intimidating position to hold, but upon accepting the appointment, I am fully committed to doing it properly. I will not bend or bow to any person, no matter how high and mighty, to do what he or she demands of me. My only master is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have utmost faith in my religion, which holds me accountable only to Allah on Judgment Day. I always intend on fulfilling my oath of office, especially in ensuring the Constitution reigns supreme, and I am guided by no other considerations than the law and the facts of any case within the bounds of judicially established principles. In the soon-to-be 6 years within which I have served as Chief Justice, I have held firmly to the belief that what needs to be improved shall be improved, and what does not need to change shall remain. I do not believe that each time a person takes office, they have to override or cancel past policies that have proved useful for the sake of doing so. In this regard, I have retained whatever policies that were left behind at the time I took over that enhanced the judicial institution. As you recall, a lot has happened in the past 6 years alone than the decade before it combined. Only a year into my tenure in 2020, we were hit with the COVID-19 pandemic. Everything was put on hold and everyone was told to stay at home, but we all knew that justice cannot come to a standstill. We embarked upon digitalization and judicial modernization as early as 2009 under the leadership of the then Chief Justice Tun Zaki bin Tun Azmi. But in just the 1 year between 2020 and 2021, with the help of all the right parties, including Parliament, the Bar, and the AGC, the Malaysian judiciary did more for the cause of technology than it could have done in the 10 years between 2009 and 2019. Our country was also faced with constitutional issues, beginning with the then Prime Minister's resignation in 2020. What then followed was a series of constitutional suits concerning, among other things, a declaration of emergency in the face of the pandemic, and overall, everyone witnessing the Constitution being tested to its limits. Generally, it has been an eventful almost 6 years. I think it is natural for anyone who has been through such an eventful period to feel wistful at the prospects of retirement. However, I, more than feeling sad, instead feel an overarching sense of relief. I am looking forward to retirement as I sincerely believe that I will get to leave the judiciary in a better place from when my colleagues and I led it, with a chance to spend more time with my grandchildren and to deepen my connection to my faith. As such, in this last holy speech of mine, I enjoin you to reflect upon two things that I believe to be of paramount importance moving forward.